let's do it. Let us go to game number 2. Monsoon gaming up 1-0 over Eclipse. It will be on the hollowed maps of the Dragonshire. Bam, Dragonshire hype coming at you. So, yeah, as I said, let's get to it for the draft because time's a-wasting and we need to play a little bit of catch-up here. Eclipse is going to be on your red-hand side, and they are getting first pick, first ban, and this is the first time I have seen this meta, personally. Could have actually happened elsewhere. And a Nubarak ban. No more dealing with Beetles. No more dealing with the double stun, web wrap, jerk face. He's out. Sylvanas is going to be the flip side here from Monsoon. They say they don't want to deal with that. And just like what we had in game number 1 with a pick of the Vikings, it leads into not a pick of the Vikings, a ban of the Vikings. Lead us into the pick of the Vikings here for Eclipse. So, fun times on Dragonshire. You can take a Viking into every shrine and still have one left over to pilot a dragon. Will Eclipse do that? It's likely. I mean, they're really going to try. But, will Eclipse be able to do that? That is a big question right now. Monsoon's still thinking about what they want to do for their first pick, but there's a lot of tasty options out there. Illidan is still out there. The Kerrigan, we got Valis. So Valis is actually banned, so not her. Jaina, Kael'thas, it's just any way you want to swing it. But just like in game number 1 with the double pick round from Eclipse, where went Uther, Illidan, Monsoon's actually going to start things off with an Uther. Now, there's no Brightwing ban this time, so very likely you just see a Brightwing pick. But it's likely not to be for Monsoon. It'll probably be with Eclipse by the end of it. But what does Monsoon want to do with this second pick? Could they go for the Illidan? Are they confident enough for the Illidan? Do they want a Kerrigan? Do they want to solidify a backline with a Kael'thas, with a Jaina? And as I said, well, there's the Kael'thas. So the Sun King himself will return. Salama Asha thingy. And Eclipse now has to think about it. Now, since there's an Uther, they don't really have to prioritize their healer this round. They can probably wait for it. So do they want to go for the backline? Do they want to go for the front line? Jaina, Vala, Zagara. Zagara is fantastic on Dragonshire. Do they want to go for their frontliner? Mirrodin has seen a lot of play. Nubarak is out, so Mirrodin, Tyrael, ETC are my 3 guesses for a tank. Does Eclipse want to go for another specialist? It was talked about Zagara. We used to have, once upon a time, really good lanes with Sergeant Hammer, but she's really fallen off to the wayside, unfortunately. So I wouldn't expect to see that. Instead, it will be the Ice. So the Ice for Eclipse will be Jaina.
I'm here to help.
I can't imagine they're going to put their healer in this slot. So it's either going to be another DPS or one of the 3 warriors. If it's outside of those 3 warriors, I'd be really surprised. You just don't see a lot of Diablo anymore. And don't get me started on Arthas and Chen. I mean, Chen is played actually quite a bit in Europe still. We actually had some Chen games this morning on Gosu Cup. Believe it or not, we actually had Arthas this morning in Gosu Cup. Maybe the Europeans know something we don't. And there it is. There's Mirrodin. Okay, so Jaina, Mirrodin. Didn't expect to see the healer there. There's just no pressure to pick it. So Monsoon now needs to kind of figure it out. What do they want to put here? They got a Kael'thas. Not exactly the biggest of positioning. Could go for a Vala to complement the backline. But they're also likely to put up either warrior or their melee pick here. Or their flex. But flex should probably be left last. At least in my eyes. Unless, like, there's some kind of diehard combo you absolutely need to do. Like, if they wanted to put Illidan here, they could easily go with flex of Tyrande or Tacita. Will an Illidan be worth it? Not entirely sure. They're just thinking. Okay, so if it's going to be melee, could be Kerrigan, could be Illidan. I'd be surprised to see a Thrall. Okay. This feels like a deny. This really does feel like a deny. They took Brightwing. Now, they did take the Vala. I sort of expected the DPS here, but the Brightwing Uther. They're really trying to force Eclipse into either a Malfurion or a Rhaegar. Could this be a last pick Illidan, last pick Kerrigan? Or are they just going to go triple ranged? They can't. They need a warrior. So double heals for a warrior? Which warrior would be best on that? ETC? I don't know. ETC or Diablo come to mind. Just get the tankiest tank you can. All right, whatever. Double heals is going to be the way they go. This is where Eclipse can start mashing on the damage. They need a healer, so Malfurion or Lily are going to be coming out. And they need another damage dealer, I feel. If they'd actually, well, they could go Tyrael, now that I think about it. Just go for the dives. Just dive everything. I mean, the only damage here is really Kael'thas, and we saw how well Tyrael was able to deal with the positioning of a Kael'thas. You just charge him every time with Judgment. So if you can get into the back, and you can Dwarf Jump into the back, and you can Viking Boat into the back, you can probably eliminate a Kael minus the Divine Shield. But then at least you have the Divine Shield out near the back line, so you just kill Vala instead. So either way, Tyrael or a range damage, and the only range damage left is Falstad? Falstad or Zagara. Could be a Maw as well. Or they could go Zeratul for VP. Either way. Malfurion, there it is. Nobody likes Lily anymore. What will Eclipse go for the last? Range DPS, Tyrael, or Zeratul? Bum, 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 bum. They got 38 seconds to figure it out. So they actually might take their time here. We'll see. It's working its way through. It's definitely a little bit of a mind game here. This is Eclipse's tournament life. So they need to really kind of go with something that's the mix between a comfort pick and something that'll get it done. And I don't know how, but it's going to be a Zeratul. VP hype, ladies and gentlemen.
I serve.
Now, Monsoon, they need a warrior. ETC, Diablo, I'd be very surprised to see a Tyrael on this. But, I mean, you got double heals to back up Tyrael, who has shields and a blood for blood, an imposing will at 13. No, it won't. It was either an ETC or a Diablo, and it looks like it will be the ETC by the end of it. So there's your comps, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 2. A little bit more on the defensive side for Monsoon. They might just try to out-heal their opponents, just kind of go for the long, gradual team fight win. But they're up against a Malfurion, who's like the king of winning these prolonged team fight games. Will this be Scouting Drone from Brightwing? Will this be Promote? Will this be... We saw double cleanse earlier, but there's like nothing really to cleanse out against Eclipse. It might go single cleanse. Neither of them can get Mule. So Gust of Healing Cleanse or Gust of Healing Clairvoyance. There's no Rhaegar here, so there's no Farsight. So you could actually, and there's no Tyrande, so you could actually get the information game well in hand here for Monsoon by going Gust of Healing and Clairvoyance. I don't think they're going to need a cleanse. So the only way to dive into the back here, up against the Kael'thas, up against that Vala, because you got to get through the Battle Cow. Who's likely to take Mosh Pit? Mosh Pit, Divine Shield. You can't stop the Mosh Pit then. Although I highly suspect the Divine Shield is just going to be on top of Kael'thas repeatedly, again and again and again, just to keep him alive. I don't know. This could go either way, but the teams are just going to show us what's up. That's all it is. They're just going to show us right now as we load in game number 2, Monsoon Gaming and Eclipse here to Dragonshire. Raise your dragons, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you again for the hosts, the views. Hope you guys are having a good time. And all the new follows. Of course, if you like everything as well, put a lot of work into the production, feel free to hit the sub button. I will somehow personally thank you once I figure out exactly how to do that. But you get a cool hat. Yeah, you get a Jester hat. And the Stitches emote that we all spam during the Stitches trailer in breaks. So either way, Dragonshire is loading up, and the possible game point. If Monsoon, with this double healer hype, can outlast the Malfurion combo, it'll be a 2-0. If Eclipse can somehow smash it with a VP boat combo, somehow that'll synergize, then we're going to go to game 3, and game 3 will be hype. Hype, hype, hype. Not entirely too sure which way it'll go, and that is why we're loading in. So once more on the left-hand side, it will be Eclipse. Wilted in the trunks of blue with Escher, Soma, Alterity, and Critical. And it will be, did I say Eclipse? That's Monsoon. Yeah, Monsoon's on the left. Eclipse is on the right with Hal Wynn, who's taking over those Vikings. We got LZ, Sunshine, CGGG. Just so great name. And Mono. And they're going to be deathballing at least a 4-man deathball here into the mid. And I think, yeah, 4-man on 4-man. We got Brightwing already heading into the top lane. So Chew subs are always welcome as well. Love chew subs. They're fun. Nobody will find death, at least early on, in this bush. So let's take a quick look at talents. Brightwing with the scouting drone. Got the Conjurers, Mana Addict, Rolling Like a Stone, and Composite. The Composite arrows likely is going to indicate a multi-shot build. I'm not entirely too sure I would have done that, but damage is damage, and apparently it's the max damage build, so maybe that's just a personal thing. I might have actually went Mana Core into that, so when Mana Core, Searing attacks, all that, so that when the Mirrodin jumps in, I just melt him, but that might just be me. Either way, on the flip, Viking Horde, Conjurer's Pursuit, Lingering Chill, so 6-second chill. It's really obnoxious 6-second chill too. Block on the Zeratul. I've seen, I think, every single level 1 talent on Zeratuls today between North America and Europe. A lot of ways to play the Zeratul here. And Perfect Storm, big stuns on top of LZ, more big stuns on top of LZ, but it's not quite time to go diving under towers. Escher is going to be tanking them out a little bit. Ooh, nice Flame Strike. Landing a little bit more damage there on top of LZ and just gobbling away at the mana of CGGG. But bottom lane, Mano looks like is going to survive through that. We keep ganking and stunning out all these characters with either huge hit point bars or blinks. So no kills as of yet, but the 4-man roam going back and forth, we see that ping pong quite a bit. You just clean up the creep wave, and you go to the next one. Clean up the creep wave, go to the next one, and as you can see, you don't lose any experience. Both teams hit level 3 at the same time. Now, both shrines are actually going to be red, at least initially. The 4-man into the bottom is going to be enough to at least contest for now, but Mirrodin is going to be a big target. LZ already down to half there as well. Roots will come out on top of Soma, and they will get the point back, but there's nobody mid. Escher sees that, so he's not too concerned. There's no way Wilted will ever get this top point. I say that, but it looks like he's going to try. I think how Win can kill the Brightwing. I really do. You cut off their escape like this, now you spin to win, and now Wilted is going to be very much on the back foot. LZ is here as well. Blink, that's going to be first. Really nice roam from LZ. They saw that potential. This actually could be a dragon. If they send 2 Vikings mid with LZ and you got CG right there, that could be it. That could be a dragon. Now, it's a really early dragon, granted. It's not the most powerful of things, but still it could happen. Mono is dealing with Soma bottom, but Soma will keep that point, so no dragon. All that talk for nothing. Still, Escher is now going to be the top lane. They've actually rotated out Wilted to other pastures where he can actually throw down Scouting Drone and probably heal his teammates. There's the promote. So we do have the promote on the Brightwing. Really powerful this patch. Protective Shield, Arsenal, Double Neck Guitar, and the Gathering Power. Blue sides on both, but there's nobody to grab it mid, so I don't think Escher is going to give up his life for it. Nope, and Hal Win will pick it up once more. They found Soma. Okay, throw out stun. That's cool, Soma. Push is starting to really actually add up down here. Kael'thas is just living bombing the heck out of that turret, flame striking it there as well. Big slows for critical, but there's not going to be a follow-up. And let's take a look at the other 4. Protective Shield, Spin to Win, Envenom, Gathering Power, and we look to have another Sledgehammer build. So Stormbolt with damage, Sledgehammer for the turrets, and level 7 is probably going to be Pierce. That's just what you always get with a Mirrodin, at least here on the NA side of things. 1 tower is down, and still the experience is neck and neck. Escher is trying his best up against the Vikings, but it's just a slowly losing war. LZ finds Alterity, and Alterity will defend for now. It's not going to be quite kill potential yet. Level 7s are popped. There's the Enduring Growth we were looking for in the previous Malfurion. Jump, Frostbitten, something, First Aid, and there's the Pierce. First Aid, yeah, LZ's playing a very tanky style of Zeratul. It's likely going to still be a Void Prison. I don't see an auto-attack Zeratul in his future, but Mano with the critical, stun on top of critical, but still he lost a lot of his hit points there. Double red, there's no one to grab it, so it's just going to continue playing this merry-go-round of shrines. Mano's really low. Could Milton actually get that kill? Ooh, close. But no cigar, not today. Poor Tychus, no cigar. Level 7s is Gust and Cleanse, so no Clairvoyance, but it is the Gust Cleanse combo. We got the Fission, Loudspeakers, and there's the Searing at 7. I guess I could have expected that. Escher is going to try to grab a kill on top of one of these Vikings. The problem is there's no ammo. No ammo. Whammo. No whammo? Whammo. Whammy? Whammy bar? Guitars. Brings us back to ETC. So he's not going to get this kill. In fact, it's going to be the bottom push that was really strong right there. I highly suspect there was some promote play involved. But now Wilted is going to be looking for this top shrine. This could be a 2-on-1 potential. Yeah, Escher is going to come up to this. Will this be enough? I think this will be enough. Bottom lane, however, is still a little bit of a fight. Oh, what is Critical doing? He is way too caught. Yeah, he's going to go down. So, musical shrines, yet again, ladies and gentlemen. We do have level 10s coming up. Those heroics are going to be on the horizon. Jump was out. Here comes the stun from Escher, but once more, it's just not going to be enough to pick up a Viking. Soma's now going to defend up against the Stone Bros, and this is actually a nice counter push mounting here from Eclipse. They got the Stone Bros, those giants. They got the Bruisers now to push out as well, and Soma cannot deal with that by himself. You already see Kalthas heading back from his death. Alterity is heading down there as well. They need as much wave clear as they can. How Win still dealing with Wilted top. I think he should be able to pick that up. And while everybody is defending up against this push, could this be the dragon? There's nobody mid. If CG picks it up, yeah, there it is. There's nobody mid. LZ, I think, is about to become a dragon, ladies and gentlemen. Escher, nope, saying no. Do we have anybody going to the points? Nope, nope, nope. Dragon? No, Escher. Oh, is Escher going to pay for it with his life? Sunshine is here, but I think bottom is actually going to take it, yeah. ETZ paid for it with his life, but he stopped out the dragon. Is that worth? At least for now. Looks like it is. No dragon. No dragon. All right. Hal is still just doing things up here. No ammo consistently on this side. Wilted is really just pushed up. Level 10 to 11. We do have those heroics. Trank, Longboat, Water Elemental, Void Prison, Avatar. Nothing out of the ordinary. Blink Heal, Divine, Phoenix, Mosh, and the Rain. So we are going to go for a little bit more CC oriented with that Rain. Not a bad way to go, especially against Vikings. They pop out. Whew. You're going to need as much stuns as you can to keep those guys down. Wilted has now lost out this entire top. Anything that has come up top has not worked against these Vikings. They have dominated that lane. Really nice play from Hal. Both shrines are red. Everybody's clustered here into the mid. If the Vikings come down and they boat someone, this could be actually a really nice fight. Now, at the flip side, LZ, all he has to do is VP. 3 of them right here. VP. Not going to do it? That's almost a guaranteed dragon with that VP. But, all right. Just going to throw out the Phoenix instead. Trank was popped. So, for some reason. Didn't really see the immediate danger there, but here comes the Vikings. That means we have a boat ready to go. Wilted is no longer in that top lane. He is down here into the mid, so it's a 5-on-5. Nano losing hit points very, very slowly, but he's still losing them. We still have the potential of a dragon here, but nobody's going for it. In fact, it's just it's on out all ram. It's an A-ram. All ram. That made no sense. It's an A-ram. Everybody's mid. Nobody's going top. Okay, how Win's going top. That's cool. Nobody can get this dragon. Just abandon it, guys. Go soak lanes. Go get mercs. Do something. Just standing around, not doing anything, waiting for Tranquility to come back up, I guess. It was the only heroic popped. LZ will hold down mid, bottom, I should say, against Wilted. That's cool. The 2 Vikings, 3 Vikings, they're pushing down top. So while everybody is in mid for Monsoon, mid or bottom, they're losing top. They might actually just even lose a fort for free at this round. And they hold that top point. LZ, oh, LZ. Nice playing VP. Does he need to? I don't think he needs to. He has a first aid. Sunshine's here. Mono is a little bit on the wrong side of that. He's going to have to jump to safety. The Vikings are still pushing uncontested. They have a top point. They're okay with losing bottom. If they take a fort for this, they're A-okay with that. Absolutely. It's now up to Monsoon to counter push bottom. They need to push in against this to equalize forts. It's a 5-on-3, and I think they know that. Yeah, finally, Escher is going to go in. That's going to be the sprint. Too little, too late. 13 is here from Eclipse. You saw that sprint. What else did they got? Ice Block, Impatience is a virtue, Wormhole, Thunderstrike. How Win got the top. Props to him. He's just playing super out of his mind right now. This could be it. That Void Prison is so good. Critical gets into it. The Phoenix is out. Escher not really getting the mosh of the dreams, but the boat is doing damage. Brightwing is out of it. Soma is still getting hit by the Vikings. There goes the Kael'thas, and now the rest of Monsoon is going to be running for the hills. Will Soma drop? I don't think there's enough to jump him, but a 3-for-0 exchange kind of broke the ice right there. The blink forward from LZ and the body blocks are super good, but it's just not enough. We don't have that sprint. Sunshine, you gotta get out. Yes, she will. And there's a dragon. One of the Vikings picks up the dragon on the back of that. Level 13 to 12, they realized they had that talent tier advantage. As soon as they saw that, they're like, all right, we can do this. And they did it. The Vikings, flawless stuff. The kills, 3-for-0. Awesome stuff. 12 to 15. We're going to be at a 16 to 13 advantage by the time this dragon is done from Hao. And that is just a very sad state of a mid-game for Monsoon, because they're going to be consistently down a talent tier, which means any fight means that they just have to bring their A triple plus game. So Hao is going to get forced back. He's not going to be able to take the fort, so that's not going to be 16 quite yet. His other two Vikings are soaking top. We had some soak mid there as well, but we still got 17 seconds. After he busts out of this dragon, I fully suspect we'll have 16. We won't have a boat, though, because the Vikings are top. In fact, will this be a kill on Olaf? Will they actually stun out Olaf and go for the kill? Well, they will, but 16 hits and he gets Norse Force. He will live. Olaf, the invincible. The other two Vikings are still pushing. They're not even going to come out here. It's all a little bit of a bait and tickle. Bait and tickle. 16 to 13, not a good place to be. We're looking for maybe a steal here. LZ is going to come in. Sunshine is here. The rest of the team is collapsing into that boat formation. Siege camp is stolen. That's going to be some now continued pressure bottom. That, well, it looks like they were getting to him, so it's not really going to be that big of pressure. But top lane absolutely wrecked. Wilted is there, going to try to use his phase shift and his global presence to get as much experience into the pocket as he can. Here's the 16s. Tenacious Roots once more. Norse Force with those shields, keeping Olaf the Invincible up. We are still, I gotta say, 0 kills. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it? This was the same situation Wild Growth was in. They were down levels, they had no kills. Somehow they came back to win. Will Monsoon do that? Time will tell, but they have at least a level and a bit before they can get those 16 talents. Northern exposure for the Kona Cold. The vulnerability would be really nice, especially with double bombs and a stone form here for our Mirrodin. 6 kills, nil. Shrines, there they are. I was going to say, Shrine should be coming up right about now. And they are. So LZ is going to find Wilted. Wilted doesn't care. LZ actually doesn't care. They're just going to defend out this top, likely collapse for the top shrine, and pick that up. A lot of the map has been painted red. In fact, every camp except one was taken out by Eclipse. Here's some of the damage numbers for the game. Pretty insane things from the Vikings. 114,000 siege damage. Ridiculous in the hands of a pro. Still not 16 here from Monsoon. They are going to try a last-ditch defense bottom, I guess? Hao Win is not going to be there for a boat. Do they need the boat to force them off? Doesn't actually look like it. Monsoon's just going to give up the point. They don't really have a choice. They really don't have a choice. They're not 16. They need another half level. And here goes Hao Win. He's going to grab it. Is he going to grab it? Nope. Escher power sliding in. There's nobody at these shrines, though. So this is actually a good opportunity for a fight and then a dragon. And there goes the VP. I think that they know exactly what they want here. Will there be a wombo? Here comes the water elemental. Escher not going to get anyone with a mosh pit. Doesn't even throw it down. Finally does. Gets the already stunned Viking. Get the Malfurion. That's the more important one because the Zeratul is already out. Alterity in the back. Or a little bit low on the hit points. Gets rid of that water elemental. And by the end of it, it looks like a 1-kill nil. Hao Win, however, is going to throw a Viking up to the point. 1, 2, and 3. He will grab it, but still we are down that kill, and we're likely to be down the rest of these Vikings there as well. They go pop. Living bombs are fun, ladies and gentlemen. Level 16, a hype is achieved. And there's the Kael'thas Ignite. Flame Strike also applies living bombs. This is the beginning of what we've seen a lot of tonight, of the comeback. Monsoon at 16. This is where they want to be. The dragon was taken by the Vikings, but they're not going to get anything done with it. It's basically a deny maneuver. You're not going to get much done with it, but at the same time, you're not going to give it to the opponents. They're going to have to wait 2 to 3 minutes after it dies for another one. But still, 16, now 17, looking at 18 and a half. Everybody's back up. The Vikings are nowhere to be found, though, so there's no boat hype here. Hao is still just very slowly advancing forward. He has 24 seconds left in this dragon. You can inch forward a little bit here, Hao. There we go. Starting to work away on that fort. Good, good. LZ is back, gets stunned, doesn't quite get the Benediction stun from Soma. He does have Benediction stun, right? He doesn't! There's no Benediction. It's Imposing Presence. How did I miss that? The Benediction stun I don't think would have still killed Zeratul. He still would have probably been able to blink out. Vikings are up. He's out of the dragon. Do we have a VP? Yes, but he didn't use it. We still have 20 seconds on Phoenix. We still have 10 seconds on Mosh Pit, but we're not going to be forcing down any kind of big fight here. 19 to 17. The better idea, or at least the safer idea here from Eclipse, is to start painting the map. They got a lot of merc camps available to them that, by the time they get to it, it'll be up. That one even is going to be up faster. They just want to get 20. They didn't win that fight, but they did deny the Drake. But if they lost a fight here at 19, they'd probably hate themselves forever. So they're just going to play it safe. They're going out, they're soaking. Sunshine to the top. You got Zeratul mid. We got some mercs now to keep people busy. And we're just going to be looking for 20. That's really all that it is. Mano gets stunned. It's going to get that loudspeaker to the face. Oh, the Rain of Vengeance is going to be almost enough. Great roots from the Malfurion. It's actually going to keep him up. And now Escher, again, we do have that Mosh. We do not have a Rain of Vengeance. This is now a little bit of an oopsie daisy coming out from Monsoon. They don't have full heroics for this next fight. We also don't have Abathur. We also don't have Avatar. So it's actually not as bad. They traded out 1 for 1. That's much better. Not bad. 20, here it is. This is where we want to fight. LZ wants to fight. He wants to get that VP so we can set up the Wombo. Storm Shield, Ragnarok and roll. Bolt, rewind, rewind. That's the big one. Double rewinds is double stuns, quad bombs, double leaps, double blinks, all that fun stuff. So this is the power play potential. We have Dragon Shrine in 10 seconds. Bottom Shrine is almost guaranteed now to Eclipse. If they can get top and force a Dragon, they can really start doing some damage. But I think that they might want to force a fight. They are 20, their opponents are not. They have a huge power spike, huge utility spike, and that bottom Shrine is now going to be theirs. The bottom bruisers are going to be theirs. Will this be a little bit of a dance around the mid? Very well could be. But all we want to do here from Monsoon is get 20 as quick as we can. Fortunately, that's just not going to be quick enough. You see 2 of them, 3 of them into the top. Already posturing Hao Win, LZ, looking for some siege damage. That's got to make Monsoon nervous. If 3 of them are caught top and they lose a gate for free, that is a terrible position, because if a dragon comes out, boom, you just walk right up to the keep. LZ is now going to try to find Wilted. He will find Wilted, but can he kill Wilted? Is this a rewind? Nope, he's going to get silenced. The blink heal to a creep. No, Mano. Ooh, that was dangerous. Kept the rewind, though. Zeratul kept the rewind. That's the important part here. Hao Win into the mid. 1 Viking getting it. 1 Viking could become a dragon. There's almost nobody here mid. Oh, bottom went blue. You know, for a level 20 to 18, Eclipse hasn't done anything with it. In fact, that window is about to close. If we fight on even talent tiers, we saw what happened in the last team fight. If we fight on even talent tiers, Monsoon might be poised for a comeback. It might sound crazy, might sound weird, might sound like a cleanse. That was a perfect cleanse. They're not 20 yet. There's no blink on that Kale. They're going for it. The VP is out. Soma now Terry. Those are roots, and that is a Viking boat now landing on 2. Escher with the 4-man Mosh. Oh my God, he just destroyed the entire enemy team, and the Viking boats are gonna go to whatever lost lands they go to. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. The 20 is here. Eclipse waited way too long. And now Monsoon is about to become a dragon. Or at least they will once they get Hao Win off this point. Bottom point was to Iterity. They're going to push in to this fort. Level 20 hype. Rewind, Storm Shield, Bolt, Tour Bus, and Bolt. Escher is now going to pick this up. Wilted is going to possibly sacrifice his life. No, here comes the Soma. And this is a dragon. There's nobody to pick it up. What are you guys doing? Alterity will pick it up because he's a bro. Nope. Soma? Nope. Who's picking this silly dragon up? ETC? All right. It'll be an ETC. Cannon tower about to drop. The fort is down. There's still nobody alive from this team of Eclipse. They're just down to the last few final death moments, and they will be greeted by an axe to the face here from Escher for their troubles. 20-minute Dragon Knight, still not the most powerful in the world, but it hits for 1,000 damage on structures, and now with level 21 apiece, we went from a 2-level deficit to parity, ladies and gentlemen. This is not looking good for Eclipse. They are very much on the defensive. Escher is trying to get as much damage as he can with this dragon, but he doesn't want to overcommit. He doesn't want to just force down those hit points as fast as humanly possible. He does want to try to just level it out and get this keep over time. He can juggle this all day. Go in, get a flame breath, go out. It's like Garden of Terror. Go in, flower pot, get out. Nice shot at the end there from the Brightwing. Finishes it off the keep. Escher still has a dragon, and there's a fort just begging to be hit by something. Somebody hit it. Escher's gonna hit it. I lied. No, I didn't. He did hit it. He hit it! It's like one of those gifts. I licked it. I'm gonna lick it. Either way. Escher can still fight with this. He's just gonna pop out and become an invincible ETC with a mosh pit. But for now, he can still hit with that Dragonite. Brightwing is out. LZ actually does get to safety. We don't need any more help with that VP. The Kael'thas is out. The Uther is out. I lied. He didn't pop the Dragon Knight. Escher should have popped it and went for the Rock God. I don't even remember the name of it. Mosh Pit, but it's not going to happen. The counter plays from Eclipse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the white from Escher. That also deserves a wow, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the death march down. There's a gate, a keep, and a core. But we got 7 very angry team members of Eclipse wanting blood off of that one. And I think that's going to be it. I think this will force us into a game number 3. There goes the gate, going for the keep. 20 seconds, 40 seconds for the ETC. That's just not good at all. Keep down, going for core. Don't need heroics. That is going to force us into a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Monsoon and Eclipse. The games today are out of the minds. Oh my goodness. That is it. That is it. Good game well played. Game 3 coming up in just a moment. There's nothing better than a game 3 and a best of 3, and tonight's games have been phenomenal. 2-1 for, oh god, they're all running together now. Who's our first matches tonight? 2-1 for Flick of the Wrist, 2-0 for Wild Growth, and now it's going to be a 2-1 either for Eclipse Gaming or Monsoon. What a night. I'm really glad I did this. I'm glad you guys are here too. Yeah. Game 3 going to be coming up as we tie it 1-1. I don't know what the map is, but when I do, we're going to come back and we're going to draft the hell out of it because Game 3 hype, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people here on stream, so thankful that you're able to join us here tonight for some epic Heroes of the Storm. And yeah, hit the buttons. You like it? Follow. You really like it? Subscribe. I love you forever. You get a Jester hat. I can't heart in this angle. You get some emotes. You get my eternal love. You know, that's worth something, right? Right? Maybe. Either way, Game 3 going to be coming your way in just a moment. See you then.